Yeah, start.
Yes. So we are going to see now how the propagation delay changes in the cases when we change our circuit and like we add like there were four cases where it as sir has shown with the changing of the actual PMOS, like if we use the actual PMOS, then how the propagation delay is going to behave, and if we keep the size of the PMOS and NMOS same throughout, then how it is going to behave. Then with the beta ratio, optimized beta ratio, and the slope. So first let's see the with keeping all the size same, like the NMOS, PMOS, all the sizes will keep same, and then we'll see study the graph and the output, and I'll also show you the netlist part, what changes you have to make and everything. Okay, so open your
So
Q2.
here, Prachita, just interrupting. So I'm asking to all. So what she said that first experiment, she will show that all the transistor size is same. So what you will expect if the transistor sizes will be same for PMOS and NMOS, then what will be the BT means that TPHL or TPLH? Soumya?
Yes, sir.
So what you are expecting? So from this means experiment, means first case. So why we are doing this?
Uh,
R will be equal to 1, sir. R will be equal to 1.
R means which R? Resistance.
No, sir. The ratio between the two.
Yeah, in the first case, what she said, the both PMOS and NMOS size is same. Okay. So if you will use same size and you will do the transit analysis.
Sir, the VT will be same for the both sizes.
VT, see VT, that is PMOS VT, that is NMOS VT.
Yes.
Then how it will be same?
Okay.
So anyone?
We will analyze the subthreshold voltage because
Subthreshold voltage.
yes, means you said when the technology gets smaller and smaller, the subthreshold voltage get.
See, if the technology will be smaller and smaller, then subthreshold conduction will be there. Means that leakage current will be more.
Yes, sir, leakage current.
But here we are not treating with leakage current. It's purely we will do the transient analysis, the delay part. Okay.
Okay.
So why you are saying that subthreshold voltage?
No, sir, if the size will vary for PMOS and NMOS, so the characteristics of the output will vary.
Characteristics of the output?
Means the transient part will vary for the PMOS and NMOS.
But transient part, I'm not getting.
The delay part from getting 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, it will vary.
Yeah, that zero means that delay part, particularly what delay we have discussed.
Yes, means for NMOS, the delay will be different, and for PMOS, the delay will be different if the sizes are different.
Yeah, that means that TPHL means high to low, that propagation
Yes,
time. That
yes,
you should say the propagation delay.
Yes, sir, the delay. Yes.
From low to high or high to low.
High to low.
Okay. So that will be different.
Yes, sir. If we have different size, if we have same size, so I guess
No,
it should be
yeah,
same.
if it's same, then it will be different. Why different?
Means so if we change the sizes, so the property will change now.
Which property will change? No, for fast cases, see, why I'm asking these questions.
Yes, sir.
Means I am thinking you means you are at least you know these things, but still you are confusing me. See, if the size of PMOS and NMOS are same,
Yes, sir.
okay, then what is the difference in that? Means
So,
that,
so,
you know
so
the
the
mobility
so
part
the
already we have discussed.
so the R value will be different. Like
R
the
R value means resistance.
yes, sir, the R value of PMOS and NMOS will be different.
Which one will be greater, which one will be smaller?
So if we have a bigger size, so the so the resistance will increase. Or if we
If
have
the
a small,
see, just
if
one.
that
NMOS will
Wait.
be greater.
yes,
If the transistor size will increase, size
yes,
means
sir.
the W of the transistor will increase, then
Yes, sir.
resistance will increase or decrease.
So it will increase.
So why it will increase?
Why it will increase? Sir, I don't know correctly why.
You should know this thing. Already we have covered detail. The
Sir,
transistor size
because
increases, transistor size means width increases, strength is increasing. That means resistance is decreasing. Okay.
Okay, yes,
No, okay, sir. Nahi. I'm saying you are saying okay, sir, but you need to understand.
yes, yes.
Got the point?
Yes, when the area will increase, so the resistance will decrease.
Obviously.
Yes, sir.
Then why you are saying that?
I was confused.
No, you should not confuse. You should revise this thing very well.
Yes,
Okay. So that's why if you don't know why means why you are doing this lab, then it's meaningless. Okay. So you need to understand. So these four cases particularly, why I said that we will do the lab for four cases. So what is the difference? Why we are doing this? So you need to understand. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. So okay, Prajita, sorry, I will start now.
So I'm opening the Tutu.
Yes.
So first case is keeping all the sizes of the motion. So that is the circuit. Connect the PMOS, this STM one here. This STM PMOS port. Have to connect that one, drag in this drop there. Then STM N port. That one you have to connect. Then this four inverters I have connected. Actually, you can connect the capacitor here, like the load capacitor, but the thing is we don't know the exact value of that one. We will approximate something, and that's why will not be getting the good graph also, and the delay will also vary because of it. If you take this four inverters, then the case will be a bit practical, and you can get the exact thing, like practical thing what is going on. So for that reason, this is the fan out. These four are the fan out, as sir had explained. So I have connected here four inverters. It is also here. Inverters are here.
Yeah,
Inverter.
Prachita. So actually here my mouse cursor you are seeing or not?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. You are audible.
Okay. Yes. No, but I'm saying that after this fast inverter, So that node, output node of the first inverter. Okay. Yes. Yeah, at that point. So you need to check in this point. You are checking here or at the output? No, if you will check here, then it will not. We'll see here at this first inverter output. Okay, just give a name, any name, means V1 or whatever, V out. You can give V out name. Just to give a name, node name, or like that. So everything will be same. So
in the B out, like this part, we have to take the output, like after the connecting all the loads,
Rather,
then
you
finally.
have to check how the inverter is behaving according to the output capacitance. So CL is according to this fan out.
Yes.
So just place a output node there.
Hello, sir. I have a doubt. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello.
Is it fine, Shatabhi?
Hello.
I have to remove this one, right?
1 minute.
Hello.
1 minute. Just I mean,
Prachita.
I think this inverter is also not required, I think. Hello, sir.
अरे हेलो
हेलो सर. हाँ
प्राचिता
सर गए क्या?
अरे
हाँ.
सर हैं वो बात कर रहे हैं वो सुनो ये व्हाई वी आर connecting the bulb to the source of the NMOS.
Because we don't need the bulk effect, na. Take the ground. This is the at lower potential. CMOS का ये वाला lower potential का. So ये और ये वाला NMOS का lower potential. We are not using the bulk effect, na. That's why.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक ठीक.
If you use the bulk effect, then you can put.
Normally, bulbs connected source that is connected to VD because source the मतलब in PMOS में drain lower supply.
अच्छा ठीक ठीक ठीक. Thanks.
Sorry, actually, Saros called me. That's it. Actually, yeah, you changed that point to middle. Okay, that is. Prachita, you got that point or? Because
Hello, sir.
Yes, we have to measure here.
yes, because the CL part will come here. So whatever that intrinsic capacitance from this first stage and the fan out capacitance from the output stage and the second stage and the wiring capacitance from this. So that will add in this. So that's why I said okay.
Hello, sir. I have a doubt.
Yes, yes.
So if we have to check the WL ratio, so it is possible. So without the fan out inverters, can we check?
So that fan out inverter also same size.
Yes, some means if we do not include them in the circuit, so can we check the WL ratio? The means without fan out, can we check the if we vary the length of PMOS and NMOS, can we check the difference?
Yes, actually that thing we have means covered in our lecture means that you have to give a load capacitance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have to add a load capacitance, but what is that load capacitance? You need to know that load capacitance is nothing but the intrinsic capacitance of the MOSFETs, okay,
Yes.
that first inverter, and the fan out
Yes, sir.
capacitance from the second, okay, and the wiring capacitances.
Yes.
Okay. So that things you have to add, and you have to add means you have to add that all the capacitances. So what will be that value? That same value will be added in this output of the first inverter. So in that case, you no need to add this inverters at the output stage. But though you are not using any CL here, so that's why you are directly using that fan out inverters. Okay.
Okay.
So here you can also use one capacitor, you can do, not a problem.
Yes.
But how much capacitance you will do, you
Yeah,
will
yeah.
add, that is exactly you don't know. So that's why I said keep put for inverters, that will be your fun. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Bachata, start.
I did with wrong news. We have seen output. We are interested to measure here, so we have to connect the output measure. Okay, and this when you drag it with inverters, it will be of some different sizes, 2.4 and 1. That's according to different three, I think. So you have to change this. Okay, just click on that and change. Name you can give anything. Just change to the least one. 0.6, 0.4, 0.6, 0.4. Okay. Similarly, you can do for all of the four cases here. And then VDD, this is the global. Let's drag the global and this topic. The two are ground, and this is VDD. M0, M1. This will come by default because we are using it's a sub-M technology, like 500 nanometer micrometer. So then this is out. Now you just see this is not saved now. Just M here you can save it. Save this schematic. Save now. Then go to tools. Create ice network with top serve. Okay. Then we are interested in all files. So all files, and it is this will be some mileage for you. I changed that. So just change it to CPCM light, then netlist. Okay, CPCM light, and then here there will be a section of netlist, imbalance, and everything. Just click on netlist. So this will be your path for all the next netlist you wish to save. So click save it under the netlist. You can save it anywhere, but as this one is the netlist, so we are interested in keeping it under the netlist. Okay. To save. Saying it's completed with no errors. Okay. Then we'll go to tools and in this site simulation, it will be blank for you. I have then click on the edit stream file. This test or HSPC will be loaded here. Then click on netlist/HSPC. Then it says it is completed with no errors. Like your netlist and HSPC is generated and it is in under this location. Okay. And these are some different commands with Unix shell and MATLAB. We are not interested in MATLAB right now. So this is our case where it is saved. I think this will be the same for you, this complete path, because I have changed to the 15 VLSI, so it should be same for you. Only you have to give the name, any name give. You can always minimize this thing rather than closing them. Okay, so just minimize and just fix it. Okay, so you have to enter into your Simran's file now to find that. So change the directory, project, fixing VLSI, EDS, Simran, Mylium. Okay, then my inverter was for the case one. So this is my case one. Change case one inverter. Then yeah, you have your necklace here, your Simran and necklace PC. So we are interested to run the Simran, so we'll open the Simran first. Okay. So now you have to make changes here. Like you have to give the path name. Give the path name here. So I'm not going to write it full. I just copy. Copy. Okay, so you have to give the path name. This one completely. So just give that path name into your for the case one. Like we are studying the case one. Okay, so here do the copy paste. Then you can see this is the auto-generated necklace, and this is the icons it is created. This X1 that the icons like the inverters X1, X2, X3, and X4. The manner in which it is connected in the circuit, and on the same manner it is there in the network. Okay. So here we can see the length and the width is as per we are given in the network, and here there's the pulse value. Okay, so okay, I'll show you pulse here. Okay, see. This one we are not interested in giving any rise and fall time here, so we kept it 0. The pulse width is 3 nanoseconds. It is by default here. Here the period, as I was saying yesterday, the period of one complete pulse is 6 nanoseconds. Delay I have not given anything. And we are interested in switching 0 to 5, so 5, 0 to 5 years. Okay, so that's what. So that is what is written here, and it is connected to first the name of that source in ground pulse 05. Then for that delay, this is the rise and fall in 0, width, and the period. Okay. Then is the subscript of that inverter. It will come automatically. You don't have to do anything. But this is for what? This is by default is coming for another technology. So you have to change here this width and this thing, the length. Okay, so we are keeping everything default. Like for the list part, so just change here 0.6 and 0.4. Okay, and this is also same 0.6 and 0.4. Then everything is fine. Yeah, this one as it is our SCN SCMOS, so you have to change here also. Otherwise, it will say you that model is not included. You can try without this. You will find the error. The bug is there. So you have to change the technology here also. Okay. The inverter ends. Then you have to go for the Yes, this one. We are not interested in this include statement because our technology is different. Just comment this one. Yeah, comment this and normal temperature in 125 and your we supply we're interested for 5 volts to change for 5. Then the statement. So here EDD and now and this is the other parameters. And this is we are interested in transient, so this one and time and step size is given. No need to mention this output. Then you can do the control section because we are interested in running and plotting. So plot control, run and plot. Then we are interested in plotting the V in and V out. So you can write V in. Okay, so here there is a thing like plotting together the input and output. How Sarah showed us to actually see. I mean to compare. Last class I was showing in different graphs. It was beautiful. How can you do that? You can add some offset voltage into the input and then plot the output. So your input and output will be plotted in a same graph with different voltage axis according to adding of the offset voltage. So the offset voltage will be the multiple of 6, that is better because you can see the distinguished input and output. If you add the +5, then also you get the graph, but you will not be able to distinguish properly. It will overlap. And below 5, it will not give you a good output. So I will add +6 here.
So are you getting guys what she is saying is offset things?
Sir, can you please explain again?
So that's why I'm saying if you are not understanding, just stop her and ask. So
Yes,
you
sir.
will be silent. Then
No, sir, I was just going to ask.
okay. So offset means suppose you want to see that two plots, input and output plots, what one that two curves in one plot. Okay.
Yes.
So that is actually in this case that is not possible. So that's why what you will do. So you cannot do overlap. Okay.
Yes.
So what you will do in input, that is from 0 to 5 voltage. So up to 5 voltage in that plot, up to 5 voltage, that input curve you will see, and you will add some suppose some offset means 6 voltage. So
Yes.
from that, if you add 6 voltage, so after that 6 voltage, your output you will see. That means from 6 to 11.
Yes, sir.
6 to 11 voltage, your output you will see. So that thing she is saying. Okay, so in one plot you will see two curves. Okay.
So but the output will be in between 0 to 5.
Yeah, that is constant. The magnitude is constant, 0 to 5.
Yes.
But you will means one will come, then after means over of that it will come. Whether you will choose input or output, that's not matter. But one will come up to 5 voltage, then from 6 to 11 another will come. If you choose that offset is 6 voltage. Okay. So
Yes, and she said means below 5 and below 5 and 5.
Yeah, I'll show you what is
you
happening.
can understand now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, below 5 you can keep, but see your input
Minus.
and output will actually overlap each other. Yes, so that's why it is recommended that your maximum, like we are putting till 5, either you give 5 or more than that. Okay, if you are giving 5, then both will intersect to the same line. I mean, you will properly distinguish. You put the lines and how we distinguish. No, it is not convenient for you. So I have given 6 and the multiple of 6 because it is convenient for us. You can find more about this offset in the ngSpice manual actually if you go. Okay.
Okay.
So now this you have to I have written the control and end the control control here .nc. Then outside that you have to write. If we are interested in measuring the delay, propagation delay, the rise time and fall time. Okay, so we have to give a measure statement for that. What the dot measure statement does is it gives you the rise time and the value. It gives you the value of the rise time and the fall time and the propagation delay in the ngSpice simulator environment. Okay, this is we have entered a BIM editor file. So we'll go out of that and we'll see, like, after seeing the plot, you can if you can find it out from the plot also. But sometimes getting the values from the plot is a bit difficult if you can analyze or not. So for that, it will give you it will plot the value give you. You can find the value like x naught, y naught, how you're finding, like that only you will find the value like trig, targ, and tdiff for that. Okay, I'll say you what is the trig that. Let me write that one. So dot measure you are writing here. Dot measure. Then we are interested in transient. So tran. Okay, and tdiff. Tdiff here is the difference. Is the delay. Okay, so tdiff and then trig. Trig means for the first cycle we are using trig, and for the second transition we are using targ. So tdiff, after that you can give a rise statement or a false statement. That doesn't matter. But you have to give a trig then targ. So for then trig you can give after the trig false statement also or rise according to your wish. So I will write trig and then the input. The syntax you can better follow if you use that in this type manual. The value is we are interested in the half value, like 50%. So the propagation delay is what, 50% to 50%. So the 50% of the VDD. What is the 50% of the VDD? It's 2.5, right? So you can give here 0.5 into VDD to but like 0.5 into V of VDD in the bracket, like V of out here written, that you give, or else you can give directly give 2.5 here. The value is 2.5 now, so give 2.5. Then we are interested in rise first, so we'll rise then equals to 1. 1 means it will give you the rising slope 1. So it's 1. Then start. Okay, start, and then V out. V out, then value again. That is also we are interested for the half value. Okay, so 2.5 and then false. False, that is also 1. We are interested in 1 false. Then we will repeat for the same first false, then rise. Okay, so first we are this one what we gave. So it is first rise and then false. So TP LS. Then TPSS. So different I'm giving not in one, I'm giving in two measure statements. So dot measure.
Copy that. Okay.
Dot
Yes.
measure. Then yeah, okay, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So copy.
Achita is basically for the rise time and all this.
Yes, that's first sentence statement is for that is for propagation delay from 50 to 50. That's input 50 to output 50. So input rise means output fall. Yes or no? It's inverter.
Yes, sir.
So that's why 50% rise to 50% fall. So that is measuring that thing. Again for
Yes, and
that is TPHL.
yes, and again that reverse TPLS and TPHL I have given. So for that I have given rise to fall, then fall to rise. Okay, now it's done. Ended with the dot end segment. Exit, 7 exit. Okay, so run. Yeah. You can see here the input is this one, right, and the output this one is false. Okay, this cycle is
So please
inverted,
understand this
so
curve first.
obviously we'll get the result.
Yes, she has given the offset. Now you are getting that input at the top and output at the bottom. Okay,
Bottom,
so
yes.
exactly it's inverted. It's the inverter output, the bottom blue one.
Yes. Yeah, my reason of offset C. B input plus offset. B input is 5 volts plus 6. So it is the total is 12 volts. Okay. So giving the offset here 6 will increase the axis plus 6. Total you will get 12 and you can plot your input and output. That's why I've given like this. Okay. And yeah, what if you will give 5, no, you will see that here it is, see this gap is where you can actually distinguish the input and output.
Yeah,
If you will
Prachita,
give 5, then this output will shift up. Yes, sir.
Prachita, can you do one thing, small change? That
Yes,
you
sir.
are giving that 40 nanosecond, na, that transient. So just give
Yes,
15,
sir.
15 or 12. It will be the zoom view you can get.
Okay, sir. This one,
Yes,
1 5.
yes. 15 you can get 15. Yes. Then go ahead.
Yes,
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, so you can see now here the difference is there. At first, lowering it of the input, this is high, that is low to
Hi.
high here, and then it is, yeah, and going down, TPLH, low to high, TPLH. Yeah, this will show you the TPLH and TPSL, same. So like that you can plot it. You can actually analyze this one, TPLH, that command I have given here. This is implemented in this graph. Put the graph and you can find here. This is the value, the trig, and the tag, that is the rise and fall here. This TD is coming. So, that's fine. Understand?
So what
Yes.
is that our propagation delay in the first T deep, and this is 5.049 to the minus 11, means it's 50 pico. Then track is equal to 5.299. So here what is that propagation delay? I mean, that first case is one. What is that trig 2.5 into 10 to the minus 12? That is actually
Rise. For the first case, it is first rise then fall. So this is rise and this is fall.
okay. Trig. Okay, so this is the first one. This is I think 5.049 into 10 to the minus 11. This is your result actually, and that propagation delay for
Yes,
TP.
So
Yes.
that will be TPHL, I guess,
Yes,
because
first one.
yes,
the
sir.
output is going from rising
Yes,
to
sir, TPSL.
Yes, means according to the statement. This is one
Yes,
whether it's a TPHL
sir.
or TPLH. So please try to understand what is this. So if you convert it to picosecond, then it's around 50 picosecond, 50.49 picosecond, and next one is 140 picosecond. Okay, it's 10 to the minus 10. If you do it 10 to the minus 12, then it will be 140 picosecond, and the upper one is 50 picosecond. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so that's it. This one done. Anyone has any doubts here? Otherwise, I'll show for the
So
next.
can you go to that plot again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that's the plan.
Okay, the TPLH is I think greater than that TPHL.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So why?
So here it is starting from here. So TP.
No, first of so forget about the first one. Means at zero origin. So next one you can see at 3 nanosecond, and the output is low to high. That means is TPLH. Okay, this is TPLH.
LH.
So yes, so 50% of that red curve to 50% of that means blue. So that thing you are getting that 140 picosecond. This is 140 picosecond, and here in the next at 6 nanosecond, and the blue one is going from high to low. Okay, this is TPHL. Okay, propagation delay high to low. So here you can see, if you measure that 50% of the red curve to 50% of the blue curve, then you will get 50 picosecond. Okay, so this is your TPHL and this is your TPLH. So now both are different. So now you are understanding why both are different. So initially I asked this question.
Yes.
Yes. So why this when it is TPLH, the first one at 3 nanosecond. So clearly, please see the curve. The blue curve at 3 nanosecond. It is going from 0 to high voltage, low to high. So that's why we call it TPLH. Okay. So it is high. Means it's 140 picosecond compared to that 50 picosecond. So why it is high? Now you can say why it is high. Why taking too much time to go from low to high or 0 to 5 voltage? Why it is high? But that high to low, that TPH2L, it's low. So anyone, you know the answer? Yes.
Need more sizing.
Yes, the PMOS sizing is exactly equal to that NMOS sizing, but the mobility of PMOS is it's around 3 times less than that NMOS. Okay, so that's why the resistance of that PMOS is 3 times more than that NMOS. Okay, though the resistance and is higher than that, so the RC time constant. Okay, RC that 0.69 RC, so will be more. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So everyone getting this point or not? Theoretically, we have covered these things. Now, practically, you are seeing these things. You see, crystal clear. You should be understand from this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we will now go to the second one. Second one also I need to make some changes. And
Prachita, here, have you checked that rise time from 10 to 90%? Is there any major cut statement? Is there?
in which one you think?
First case, you can measure the rise time also from the treat whatever things you have written in that statement. Yeah, so you can write there also and just go to that statement.
Which one?
Simran's netlist. Yeah. So here in the statement, if you'll add this statement, tree same you can copy. Just copy. I'll say. Hello.
Value 0.5 and 4.5.
Yes. In the instead of that V in, put both V out. Then value that is 0.5. Yeah, 0.5 to 4.5. If you put, then you will get rise time.
This value?
Copy one statement. No, that don't remove that. So add another two statements.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Here only what you will do, so only for rise or fall time you will check that output curve only. So here both that V in the V in you can write V out.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so this is V out. V out
Value.
for rise time you can put value from 0.5 to 4.5. So that is 0.5, 0.5. And
1.5.
yes, again you can delete that rise one is equal that may not require.
Okay.
Then track is equal to V out value 4.5.
Then in rise and fall,
Yeah,
we will
rise
not
one.
give.
Okay, for fast curve you have to put rise only. Fall only. Sorry, rise only. Rise one. Rise is equal to one.
Okay,
Because
okay.
rise is equal to one. Rise is equal to one. Both cases rise is equal to one.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
first,
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, for fall, you can copy same statement, but you have to put fall is equal to
Yes,
1 and here 4.5 to.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. 4.5 to 0.5.
Yes, but that should be V out again.
Yes,
Fall,
sir.
yeah, fall is equal to 1, fall is equal to 1. V out. Now you
Sir,
can
and
check.
this both comment
No, but
first two lines.
all will come, I think, simultaneously. Just check that. I don't know, but check
Okay.
whether it will come or it will come.
Okay.
Yes, it will come. Just check that statement.
Yes.
Okay, I think yeah. So it is yeah 309 picosecond. Another is 103 picosecond. Now you can see that rise time and fall time also. Okay, the first one is the rise time, and the second one is the fall time. Okay, that is 10% to 90%, and this is the 90% to 10% that fall time. So are you getting or not? This is very straightforward.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now three things you can easily say. This is the rise time and this is the fall time.
Okay. So next we'll go for the second one. Like we are interested in now seeing the actual size. So the WP by WN ratio is around 2.94 because if you go to the model files, you will see that it is 444 point something, and for that another one is 151 point something. So if you divide that, you are going to get 2.94. So with your width size multiply the 2.94, says you are getting 1.764. So that should be your actual PMOS size, and the NMOS you keep default because the PMOS we are interested in making stronger the PMOS one. So this is 1.764 and length is the minimum. Don't change all this inverters. Just keep it default. Okay. Just keep it default like the last case. For 0.6 and 0.4, just keep it like okay. And VDD ground. and how in it is their input, and yeah, I have to connect one output node here. Here, one output node. Just press R, it will rotate. Okay. Then naming. Out. Just I think everything's fine. So just save it. Save. And create the netlist with software. Okay. Actually, a netlist is created with the same name. If you are making changes in here and then creating, it will just override. Okay. It will not make one separate netlist for you. It will just override your netlist with the changes. Yeah, save it under for convenience. Want to see all the files? Click on all the files. Those are your files under your netlist. These are the .sp files. Okay. And then save it. Overwritten. Okay, then go to this file simulation. Yes, so this my is loaded already. So just run your SSTP here, run, and the output location is inside this one. Okay, minimize, and okay, so I've only gone out of my that one and entered into the file where the second file where I have made the changes in the PMOS. Okay, this one is my new file. I've entered into that, and we are interested in seeing the Simran file. So vim simran.sp. Everyone is getting what I'm saying because I don't want to go fast. So if you have doubt, please say me.
Yes, please.
Hello.
She's asking if you have any doubt, please ask or stop her to discuss. Okay, you can discuss. You can interact. Not a problem. She can go slow.
Yes, yes, you can.
No, sir, it is good till now.
Okay.
So this is my new one. Like I mean the for the phase 2. That same thing you have to do here. Okay, just copy and paste this one. Once you are done, keep on writing this copy. This one, this one. Okay. Okay. And here, yes, see the difference. There was it was what 0.6. Here it is 1.764. According to that, these are also changed. This is the width part. So here the area of the drain and perimeter of the drain source and everything. So here it is changed according to that. This is the icon at the syntax how you write the icons of the inverter, and we have kept the default values 0.6 and 0.4 and each one. So it is there here. Then this is for the NMOS one. NMOS we have kept, we have not made any changes, only we have made the PMOS combo. So NMOS carries the value 0.4 as it is. And this is the sub-circuit. Yeah, in sub-circuit you have to make changes. Again, make the list one. So here again, 0.6 and 0.4. And then yes, this don't forget to change this technology, okay? Because it will give you error that file name not there is no we can file model file name is not found or something like that. So just don't forget to do that. Otherwise, you'll be thinking what is the fault. This is the thing. And just comment this too because they are not using. Change the voltage here. That is 5 and this one. Yeah, and remove this dot control run plus copy. Okay. Plot V in plus this day out and this and this, then dot measure. Dot measure one I'm going to copy.
Yes, directly copy that.
So first question is going to be the same for this one also. We are interested in seeing the rise fall also 10 to 90%. So this four statements are same. Just copy for this one. Once you write for the one, then you are done. Okay, so this is done. Okay. Save it and run. Then on this side, yeah, you can see the this output. There is variation in this one. This part you can see from the previous one. And
15.
sorry, yes, that one is 15. Yeah, this one is 15 because it will give you more convenient graph. So change from 40 to 15. Yeah, so this one is like we are getting the first is TPLS, then TPSS, and this has decreased here. This part. So this part like it has decreased. Right?
Okay, just yeah, so check that value in that simulator.
Yes, sir.
This is yeah. It's see now that was a huge difference. Now you can see that is 68 pico. This is 57 pico. And that rise and fall. So in that time you can see that is 50 and 140. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
The previous case it was 50 and 140. Now you can see 68 and 57. Okay, so it's almost same because there is other things are there. So you exactly will not get the accurate. Means both will be same, but somehow you are getting approximately same value. Okay, and also you can see that rise time and fall time. This is 132 and 120. Yes or no?
Yes,
But
sir.
that case, what you have got 103 and 300 something.
Yes, sir. 10 to 90%.
Okay. So now you are getting the exact idea means by changing that PMOS size, how the symmetrical thing you are getting, that TPHL, TL, PLH, and rise time, fall time, everything is same. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is almost approximately same. So very minor difference that will not. That can be corrected if you change the WL value slightly. Okay. And when see W value of V again slightly, you'll get it. So here 1 minute that 68. That means that the 132 is the rise time. Rise time is higher than fall time. Okay, so if you increase slightly PMOS W, slightly increasing, then you will get exact value. Both will be same. So not required, but you can get the idea from here. Okay. So now you can ask, she covered
That
two.
means from
Yes.
2.94 to 3 will change, like the ratio, if it changes to C or something around, like WP by WN equals to 3
Yes,
or
yes,
something.
yes. It will slightly change, then it will exactly same. But now we are close, so no need to again do something. Yeah. So now you can ask if you have any doubt. These two cases she explained very well. So now you can ask any type of question you want to ask or discuss anything here. Just ask. Okay. So now the assignment for you all. So now you can you will do this. Additionally, what you will do, you can add the fan out loads. Means she used 4 gates at the output. So you can use 8 gates, 6 gates. Then you can see the difference. How the curve is changing. How means that timing, that propagation delay, rise time, fall time is changing, increasing or decreasing. That thing you will see. Again, in that output inverters, you can increase the W of both. Okay, that will also add the capacitance. Okay, so this way you can play around. Okay, so you will get more results and more understanding you will get.
So in the assignment, we have to take 4 fanouts and then 6 to 8, and we will compare.
Yep, it's up to you. You have to think. Means if I'm using 4 inverters, then I am getting this type of curve. If you will add 8, then what will happen?
Yes.
So that thing you are getting or not? Means that in result, if you are adding 8 gates at the output, so definitely you are increasing the CL value. Okay, additional
Yes.
capacitance.
Yes.
So if you add the additional capacitance, in your result, the delay time, the rise time, fall time, everyone should increase. So that thing you are getting or not? So these thing you will do. Okay.
Yes.
For your understanding purpose. Okay. Again, you can increase the W value of that output gates. So you can see, means same result, means that CL will increase. Okay. The load capacitance will increase, then your delay will increase. Same thing you can do. Okay. And also
So
another
I'm
thing.
stopping the share.
Yes, another thing also you can do in that existing fast inverter. Okay, fast stage. You can also increase the W value of both. Okay, in same ratio. If you suppose this is using 0.6, so you can use 1.2 also. Okay, in same ratio PMOS you will change. You will check that delay time, whether it decreasing or not. If it is decreasing, then okay. Already said now, if you are increasing the W value, then that delay value will decrease. Okay, and also you can increase the power supply value. What you will see, and also you can do this thing for different corners, different temperatures. Okay, so a lot of things you can do. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, thank you, Prachita. So now.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, will I share the screen now?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Sir, is the screen visible?
Yes. It's okay.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. So now, as Prachita showed you about when the PMOS and NMOS sizes are same, then what is the behavior? And another thing she showed you when we are changing the size of the PMOS. Now let us see when we are doing beta optimization, we are using that beta optimization ratio of the PMOS and NMOS. Let's see that. Another is we are changing the slope. Means in the previous theory class, sir you about this pulse stage, which we were giving idle. That is, there was no rise or fall time or any delay, so that was idle. Now we will see a case where we will be giving the rise and fall delay. That behavior we will see how it is, how we are getting the output. So first let us see about the beta optimization ratio. So for beta optimization, as you have seen in that graph, that the TP value, the propagation delay value, was actually minimum when there was the beta was nearly 1.6 or 1.9. So that was actually the beta optimization value. So according to that, if we change the sizes, that means the PMOS and NMOS size ratio, so we know that the PMOS mobility is less than NMOS. It is in model file, you can see it is nearly 151 something, and this is the NMOS mobility is 444 something. So if we find the ratio, then we can set the width as 1.28 micro, that means 1280 nanometer, and this one as 0.8 micro or 800 nanometer. You can also see by calculating it. We have seen in the previous theory class, we can calculate the beta optimization ratio and see where with which sizes of the transistors we are getting beta as 1.6 or 1.9. So at that point, TP will be the minimum. So our main aim is to see or improve the performance level of this inverter with those fan outs. So these fan outs are responsible for the performance of the. Yes, sir.
Satyajit, here the NMOS size you have taken 0.8 micro, the W.
Yes, sir. I will change that.
Change that 0.6,
yes, sir.
because we'll compare that later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So here we can see these are the fan outs. We have connected those inverters. So these input capacitances, wire capacitances, and the output capacitances of these two PMOS and NMOS are going to affect the performance. So our main aim is to improve the performance level of this inverter with those fan outs. So we can do this by doing the transistor sizing of these inverters. So we can do it by doing the beta optimization. So let's set it to 0.6 micro, and length be same for for PMOS and NMOS, that is 0.4, and this is 1.2. So now save it, control plus save, tools, ngSpice simulation. You can also create a netlist by this option. Create spice list with top sub. It will create with subcircuit. So let's go here in the spice run menu. Then you can also edit sim file, as I have said you in the previous class. So edit sim file. Then you can see this is the hspc.hspc file. So I have commented here this geo parameters because I don't want, I have used SCMOS and 4 terminals, that means drain, gate, source, and substrate. Then we have to include, I will include the .dot file in the Simrun SP file. You can also edit here, that will come in simrun.sp. So it's up to you. If you want to edit here, you can edit, or you can also edit in the simrun.sp file. Then let's now go to the file location. Click netlist/hspc. So it will show you the output location. It is inside this simrun.sp, which is inside this module. So let's go there. Open a new Sakura. Go to that location. CD project 2020. EDA, CPP sim Lite, Simruns, and it is inside the library which is MyLib. Go there. Then list all the files. So you have to create, I have already created the schematic, so it's there, but you have to create that schematic, which schematic I created now, which schematic I showed you now. You have to see, manage the sizes according to the beta ratio, that is 1.6 or 1.9. So here my file is CMOS inverter optimization. So let's go there. CMOS inverter ls. So you can see there is a simran.sp file. So win simran.sp. So let's see now. So we have to include now this library file. So do .lib, sorry, go to insert mode, do .lib, then apply the local home website projects. I am writing project 2020. You have to write 15 VLSI 70. So project 2020 EDA ngSpice 32 models SCN4M SubM SCMOS bsim4.lib, and we are using the process kernel nominal. So after giving the path, you can see here there is a module which is called CMOS inverter optimization, where we have created that schematic. So as you can see the netlist, I have instantiated 4 inverters, which are the fan out for the main inverter. So these inverters, I kept the sizes width 0.6 and length 0.4 of both PMOS and NMOS, as we are we are giving them as fan outs. Then I have I have given one pulse voltage input, that is V0, that is connected to the input node and the ground. Then it is a pulse signal. So the pulse signal, you can get it in ngSpice manual. The format is actually the initial voltage, which is 0, the pulse fan voltage, which is 5, means up to how much it is good. Then and the rise and fall delay, and rise fall time, and then the delay, which is 0, 0 and 0. I have given because we are considering it as idle. Then pulse width, and then the period. Then the pulse width and then the period. And now you can see this is the main inverter. So this main inverter, you can see here, this is the PMOS. So here you can see the first one is the drain terminal, second one is gate terminal, this is the drain, this is the source, and this is the bulk. So in PMOS, the source and bulk is connected to VDD, and the NMOS is connected here. The source and the bulk is connected to ground for SCMOS N. Then I have given the sizes 0.4 as length, here 1.28 and 0.6, multiplier is 1. Then the module comes inverter. So what is this inverter? This inverter are actually instantiated in this here. You can see these inverters. So these are instantiated in this module. So we have also specify those inverters with a dot subset. Actually, these are called icons. So these icons, first we have to create a module where we are doing this inverter. Then an icon will be created here. This in file there is an option to make an icon. Then that icon can be instantiated in every schematic which we are doing, or we need this subset. So specify it with dot subcircuit. Then the name of the module, that inverter. Then the two nodes here, in and out, multiplier, the width. Okay, so this is an easy trick So what we can do is we can specify here only the width and length. Then what we have to do is when we are going to change the sizes, we only need to change the sizes here, not here, because the names are specified here. So if we change here, it will be automatically changed here. So just change these sizes because I have specified here 0.6 and 0.9 as we are considering it as fan out. So specify this width as 0.6, this as 0.4, this also 0.6, and this 0.4. Then forget to change this because we are only including the dot file of SCN4M technology. So change this to SCMOS P and SCMOS N. Then the sub-circuit command is ending with dot ends inverter. Then the temperature, the parameter V supply, which is 5 volts, the global VDD and ground. V supply VDD is the global. We are applying the V supply as 5 volt. Then the options, you can comment it or uncomment it according to your wish. Then the transient analysis, because we are going to get the dynamic behavior of this inverter with the fan outs. So that's why we are doing the transient analysis. You can do with 0.1 nanometer and up to 10 or 15, do it 15 nanometer. Then just do dot control. Then inside dot control, run plot. We have to plot V out and V in. So plot that with respect to time because we are doing it transient analysis. So there is a trick what Prachita said you about that offset, means we have to see how the output and input are varying with each other. So just do +6 will be okay. Then dot and C. We are ending the dot control command. Then comes the measure command. So dot measure. Then what we are going to do is we are going to measure the propagation delay and transition delay. So propagation delay, we are going to do it 50% to 50% of input and output. We will get the difference and then we will get the TP. So dot measure tran, because we are doing transient analysis. Then the T difference, that means the difference between the TPHL and TPHL for first and then TPLH for the second. So T difference, then trig for the first rise which we are getting in the graph. So trig, then V in. So do V in. V in means we are going to measure the 50% of the input voltage. So that's why we are writing trig, then V in, and then the value. So the value we have to give 2.5 because we are to do 50%. So 50% of 5 volts. Then after value, do rise equals 1 because trig will be, actually trig is we write it for the rise only. So that's why rise equals to 1. Then tag. So tag is for the fall signal. So we are going to find the difference between the 50% of the input voltage and 50% of the output voltage. So when the input is high, then the output will be low. So that's why we are writing tag, then the V of out. Okay. Then after V of out, then we will write the value which is 2.5. Then fall, because as I've said you about that, then after fall equals to 1, that's it. Then just copy it for another also. That means for fall to rise. This is for this to fall, then for fall to rise. So just paste it. So this is now, we have to change it. This is V in, this will be fall. and this will be rise. Then another command will be for the transition delay. So V in, this will be V in, the value will be 0.5. That means from 10 to 90%. So this is rise, this will also be rise, and this will be V of in. Value will be 4.5, 90% of 5 volts. Then this will be rise. Similarly, fall.
It will be out.
Okay, so just change it to fall. This will be 4.5. Okay, now end, save it.
Prachita, sorry, Satabdi.
Yes, sir.
And that rise time, fall time will measure for output or input you are measuring?
So I have placed it for input and rise time for input and output.
Okay.
That means for in and yes, sir, I have to change it.
You can give another two statements because if you are giving input rise time
Yes, sir,
and fall
yes.
time, so to another statement
Yes,
also you can give both. You can see how much you are
sir, I
giving.
have copied it. That's why I forgot
Yes,
to
yes,
change.
yes.
Okay.
And here, once you will do simulation, then you can change that rise fall. That means it's the fast rise and fast fall. Whatever you are giving that one, I think it's fast rise and fast fall. It will change to second.
Yes, sir. That
Yeah.
means 50% of the first rise.
Okay, okay. Do the simulation. I'll say once.
Then do ngspice simnon.sp. It will run, and you can see now the plot. So here, this was the V in. I have just added a 6 volts offset, so it is going upwards. And this is the curve for V in, and this is the curve for V out. So you can see here the TP LH and the TP HL. As you have seen in the previous, that means what Prachita showed you about with same PMOS and NMOS sizes, comparing with that, you can see here we're getting a very less, there is an improvement
Shatabi,
in the,
one thing you can
yes,
do
sir.
here, first do that input, rise time fall time, make it 0. That input rise time fall time, first make it 0. Then we can see that real difference, because already in that cases all are.
Sir, I haven't given slope here. I have taken the wheels as ideal. That means rise.
Oh, that is ideal. Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
correct.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, this is the result. 593.
So here you can see there is an improvement in the curve. That means it is taking a less time to charge and discharge. So with an appropriate size of PMOS and NMOS, we are getting these values. So now let's see what are the values, the TPHL, TPLH. This is the value for the rise. That means the TPLH, because let me see first the curve was, let's compare with the curve. So here you can see in this curve, this is the V out, the red one is the V out. So first it is going from 5 to 0. That means it is TPHL, high to low. So for high to low, we are getting this value. And for low to high, that means this, from 0 to 5, we are getting this value. And here this is the transition delay for both for the output. So when for the rise one, when it is going from 10 to 90%, then this is the value. And when it is going to 90 to 10%, that means the falling one, then we are getting this value. So now let us see.
Here, just wait, I'll explain. See, in previous case, what Pracheta's shown you, and they are the rising that TP HL and TPLH and TPHL. You got 50 and 140. Now you can see it's 59 and 81. So if you add and you will get the average, then it's around 60 plus 80, means 140 divided by 2. Okay, so means whatever you will get 70. Okay, that average TP is equal to, so TPLH plus TPHL by 2. That thing you know or not? So it's 59 plus 81. If you add, it's 140. 140 divided by 2, you will get 70. But in previous case, what you have done, that 40 plus 180. Sorry, 40 plus 140, that is 190. 190 by 2 is 95. Okay. So now you are getting less TP. Okay, with that optimized beta. Are you convinced?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or Satabdi, you want to add anything?
Yes, sir. Okay. So you can also you can also measure here, but we are doing the measure command for better we can know the exact value. So what you can do is just do the right click and zoom it. So you can see how it is varying.
Yes.
So you can see here, this is the input voltage what we are giving, and this is the output what we are getting. So 50% this minus 50% of the output. That means you are getting the output at 2.5. That means just here. And the input you will getting just here. So by subtracting these two values, you can also get the TPLH. And for transition, you know, this is the rising one. That means from 0 to 5. So here 10% of this output and 90% of this means 0.5, which will be nearly this, and 4.5, which will be nearly this. So at that 10%, 90%, you have to just subtract those two values and you'll be getting the transition delay. So this is for the beta optimization ratio. Now let us see when we will be giving the slope, then what will happen. That means for initially we were taking only the ideal one. That means the rise and fall was 0, but here we will be taking some value for rise and fall. So let us see that. Okay, so there is the schematic is the same. We are taking let us first see it with the PMOS and same sizes, then we will change the PMOS size and see how the slope and the plot is coming. So here this pulse you can get from this SPICE with the SPICE devices which you have here. So you can get from that. You can see the pulse voltage. So you can get from that. Then just name it whatever you want. 5 per in so what I have said you that voltage format, the syntax. You can also write this pulse voltage also in the netlist, or you can provide here also with this device. So this voltage. So this is initial voltage. This is pulse voltage, which is 5 volt. Delay time we have given 0 nanoseconds. You can give delay time, but that delay will be affected. Delay you can see in the output only. That
is
same
absolute,
delay.
yeah,
So
absolute delay. That is absolute delay. Whatever delay will give the input, that delay will get the output. That is not that upon it will affect the performance. That is absolute delay.
So this is the rise time. I have given here 200 picoseconds. The fall time as 200 picoseconds. The pulse width is 3 and the period is 6. Okay. Now let's save it. After saving it, go tools. As I have said, you do edits in file. It's up to your wish. Then do netlist/hspc. It is showing you the location. Then go to the terminal. ls. Okay, this is my file. So cd CMOS inverter input slope. Okay, sorry. You have simran.hspc file. Go to that. Vim simran.sp. So now include the .lib file, which is .lib home VLSI project 2020 EDA ngSpice 32 models. So I have specified the path. Then, as I have explained you in the previous, this is the same. Just the one difference is I have given here a rise time and a fall time. Now this is a sub-circuit. What I have said you, change the sizes. 0.6, 0.4. Change the technology, which is SCMOS P, SCMOS N. Okay, you may change the node also, because as I have given here out and in, you can change it. Let it be in 1, and this is out 2. Temperature parameter global we supply dot options dot tran. Then comes the control command dot control run plot v out and v in plus 6 dot mc. Then the dot measure command. Okay, we can copy it rather. Yeah, let us copy it. Again, go to that file, the directory, sorry. Simran.sp. Copy paste here. Okay. This is V. All things are same. What I said you in the previous. All things are same. Now we have to see the how the propagation delay and the transition delay is different here. So do ngSpice. ngSpice simran.sp. Okay. So this is the curve. is not idle, so I am giving a rise time, a fall time of 100 picoseconds. I'm getting this curve. So here you can see there is a delay between input and output, and after this rise time between this transition, after this is going from 0 to 1, so there is a delay. So let us now see what is the propagation delay and transition delay here. So this was TPHL and this is TPLH. This is the transition delay for the output, that means for rise, and this is for fall. So here you can see it is around 5.59 and here 1.62, which is higher from the
No,
B
no, it's,
optimization what I showed you in the previous case. So,
yeah, it's minus
okay,
10, it's
how
minus
much
11.
value?
It's 50, 55
Yes, sir.
pico, it's 162 pico.
132, yes, sir. So it is higher, the TPH, LH is higher.
Yes.
Sir, previously we were getting 88. Here we are getting 162.
Yes.
Hello?
Satabdi, in
Yes,
your
sir.
that measure statement, can you give that rise and fall is equal to 2? And I want to see in the second rise and second fall.
Okay, sir. Sir, same, but just
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
162, it is
It's correct.
161.
Yeah, it's correct. Okay. Okay.
So,
So, yeah.
so everyone following up with this or having some doubt, you can ask. Hello? Anyone having
We
doubt?
followed.
Okay, so everyone followed this thing. Then, if you have followed, then please do this experiment from your side and do all the changes, means W by L values, add on more fan outs. Okay, and you can also, Satabdi, you can do one thing also, just one thing. So
Yes.
it is in 25. You can put 140 minus 140, sorry, minus 40 or 125. Can you check that?
Yes, sir, with temperature, sir. Okay, it is 25. Let's change this to minus.
Do to 125. Or okay, minus 40. Okay,
Sir,
125.
will I change the corner?
Yes, corner SS. Put SS. So it's the worst case. Okay. So worst case and higher temperature
Okay.
is the worst case. So SS,
Yes,
put
sir.
SS. So now check. So, okay, now you can check.
You can see the values. How it is differing. It is 70.7. It is 177. No, it's
Yes, now see.
17.7. This is 707.
This is
How
70.7
much
at
huge
77.
difference is coming?
So the best case you can see that minus 40 and FF. Just wait, I want to take a snap of this. Then
Yes, sir.
I'll compare. Just show that result. Okay, okay, no. Change it to FF. Here, wait for 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Just minimize that curve. Okay, so now you can see that now best case. So this is 46 and 142, and the nominal it was 59 and 160 something, and the worst case is you are 70 something, or that's one.
Yes, 70.1000 and
Yeah. So you see,
127, maybe 170.
so this is the best case because the delay is less. Okay, that was the worst case because the delay was more. Okay, and nominal is the in between these two.
Okay. So another thing you can do, similar thing, but just change the sizes and see how you get how much values you are getting for the propagation and transition delay with this non-ideal pulse voltage. Change the sizes and increase the fan out, then see what are the propagation delay and transition delay, or add some fan outs here, and then change the sizes of the fan outs. You can see by doing all these
Yes.
experiments.
Yeah,
That's it.
very nice thing. Yes. Yeah,
Stopping.
you can do these changes. You can check. So I think it's a nice demonstration. So anyone have any doubt, please ask, or you'll stop here. Then you'll practice these things and make a report of everything. Okay. So that circuits, even in SU2 also this direct diagram you can say, take a snapshot or whatever the way, you will take a picture, then you will add that in the subcode. Okay, all that's netlist commands, everything, then you will add the result. So make a subcopy, mirror report, and send it to me. Okay, so we'll stop here, or you want to ask anything?
So we will start.
Okay, okay. So thank you, Satabdi and Pracheta.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
so thank you all. So
Thank you, sir.
okay, so we'll stop here.